10 signs your dog loves you. The signals that your dog loves you are everywhere, from carrying your stinky socks to licking your cheeks. Looking for signs that your dog adores you? You won't have to look any further, because we've compiled a list of 10 ways to know for sure. The good news is that our canine partners are more open about their emotions than our feline friends, so they're pretty adept at expressing their affection for their humans. It's important to note that the love language your pet uses might influence how they express their appreciation for you. So, although one dog can bring you personal belongings and toys as gifts to show their love, others can choose to snuggle up next to you on the sofa. Let's dig in to explore more. Number 10. Show affection with physical contact. When you're reading or watching TV, does your dog cuddle up next to you on the couch? Do they sit at your feet while you eat? When you're seated cross-legged on the floor, do they jump onto your lap? One of the numerous ways our pet dogs express their affection for us is by seeking physical touch. Another way dogs express their love is by rubbing their owners' faces. It's a typical technique of expressing affection. Your dog is branding you as theirs by stroking their face on you. When it comes to physical contact, dogs are similar to people in that they are unlikely to be in direct range to someone they do not love or feel secure with. So, if your canine buddy actively wants to be with you, this is an excellent indication that they feel safe and secure in your company. Similarly, if you want your dog to understand your affection or if you want your dog to react favorably to kisses, you can train it. Dogs adore human kisses and respond positively to them since they are connected with human conduct. Number 9. They get excited seeing you. Whether you've been away for 6 minutes or 6 hours, seeing that eager face welcome you every time you return is one of the most delicate parts of being a doggy mom. If your dog jumps up into the air when you get home, runs around eagerly, wags its tail, licks you, or gives you its favorite toy, these are all signals that your pup loves you and is thrilled to see you. Some dogs will get thrilled just by hearing your name. When dogs meet their owners, the presence of the hormone oxytocin makes them excited to welcome them. Dogs have socializing qualities comparable to humans, which makes them pleased to be in the presence of their owners. As a result, they are thrilled and happy when around their owners. Number 8. They follow you. Having a furry friend in the house is like having an extra shadow for some of us, and being trailed from room to room is a positive indicator that our dog is feeling the love. A dog's method of demonstrating care is to check in on you and follow you everywhere you go. But don't be alarmed if your dog doesn't constantly run after you when you get up from the couch and walk into the kitchen. Some dogs are more self-sufficient than others, so just because they aren't always at your side doesn't mean they don't love you. If your dog follows you around, it means they rely on and trust you and that you make them feel safer. But sometimes it is not only about affection. If they follow you too closely, can indicate that they are bored, want something, are terrified, or are simply nosy. Number 7. Maintaining eye contact. If you don't like someone or if they make you feel intimidated or uncomfortable, chances are you won't be looking intensely into their eyes for long. The same is true for dogs. Eye contact is a kind of connection that all of us, including humans and dogs alike, save for those we love. Dogs tend to be compelled to make eye contact with people from the time they are infants, which might be a sign of connection. When a dog looks you in the eyes, the brain produces oxytocin, a love hormone that makes them feel linked to you. However, never push your dog to create or keep eye contact. Instead, allow it to happen when playing or snuggling. But when it comes to maintaining eye contact with another dog, it can have a different meaning. Dogs have a strong instinct to make eye contact when they want to establish dominance. When another dog initiates a stare down, the receiver has two options: meet and maintain the dominant dog's gaze, which can escalate the confrontation into a fight, or divert their sight, which shows submissiveness. Number 6. They lick you. What could be better than coming home to a lick from a joyful puppy? Most dog owners take their pets' licks as a gesture of affection. While not everyone enjoys a nice face lick, a dog's lick is their equivalent of a kiss, and they usually give doggy kisses when they're either delighted to see you or concerned about you. Licking is a common technique for dogs to express their love and devotion. It's a natural behavior they learned as puppies after being licked by their mommy and littermates. But don't stress if your dog doesn't lick you. Some didn't get as many licks when they were puppies, or they choose to show affection in a different way. Number 5, they bring you their toys. Has your dog ever met you at the door with the most recent object of their adoration? A soft toy, a sock, a stick they discovered outside, or the piece of plastic they're busy destroying? If they have, consider yourself extremely loved. If your dog adores you, it will frequently bring you their favorite toys. It is their method of sharing their wisdom with you and demonstrating their concern. While you cannot be interested in their slobbered all over toy, when you get their present, you get their affection. Oh, but be warned, they'll probably be begging for it back a few moments later. All dogs will most likely bring you a toy either instinctively or when instructed to do so. It can get you a toy to satisfy its alpha as a symbol of trust, to grab your attention, to invite you to play, or to relieve some energy. Accepting its present with a smile encourages your furry friend's gesture. Number 4, they have a big smile on their face seeing you. While dogs cannot smile the way humans can, many of them come pretty close. Pet dogs can lift their inner brows far more drastically than wild dogs, and this compassionate, lovable look is supposed to induce emotions of care and compassion in their human owners. If your dog frequently pulls their lips back to expose a broad, toothy grin, this is a sure sign of affection. You'll probably discover that the more you react by giving them a huge, pleasant smile, the more they'll do it. Similarly, most dogs like satisfying their owners and understanding that smiling is a form of human body language that indicates satisfaction. A vast majority of dogs are pretty adept at understanding human body language. They can detect our happiness, sadness, or disappointment. They also understand that our enjoyment frequently translates into increased attention, food, and enjoyable time for them. So, when they understand our body language, they start following it too, making them smile when they are happy. Number 3, they comfort you. Emotional contagion refers to reacting to another person's emotions without completely comprehending their feelings. Your dog cannot understand how you think, but they can sense your confidence. Dogs will soothe you even if they don't completely comprehend how or why. That is why, much like our cat, our pooches are highly sensitive to our emotions and will frequently pick up on where we need a little more TLC. Its care for your well-being is the pinnacle of love. Dogs have an instinctive ability to detect when you are depressed or dealing with something. During these moments, they will figure a way to snuggle up to you, put their heads on you, and even be closer to you. Number 2, they play with your clothes. According to a study in the journal Genome Biology, dogs have a significantly more keen sense of smell than humans and rely on their noses to transmit and receive information among their packs. When you put on clothes, it picks up your scent that's particular to you. That for dogs is basically gold, and if you leave the clothing behind, it assumes that it's for them. As irritating as it is, there's a reason your dog is continually strolling around the home with your clothes, shoes, or scarf crammed into their jaws. These objects smell of you. Aww. While it's definitely not a behavior you want to promote, your dog is gathering your personal stuff most of the time because the fragrance helps them feel closer to you. Rather than yelling at them, which they see as a rejection, consider gently shifting their attention to one of their favorite chew toys so they let go of your stuff. Number 1, they prefer sleeping next to you. You may want to buy one of the finest dog cages to keep your pooch safe and secure at night. But if you let them roam the home and they usually end up in your bed curled up with you, that's a wonderful indicator that they love you. Gentle rubbing and nuzzling resemble parental attachment between puppies and their natural canine mothers. For both species, these physical activities lead to the activation of the feel-good hormone, oxytocin. So, which of these habits does your dog follow? Tell us in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching.